Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, People's Court Tarot. This is the Divorce Court edition, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine edition. So if you feel like there's someone in your life who maybe you thought you were meant to be with, or they thought they were meant to be with you, but for whatever reason, no matter how many times you try to come together, you can't stay together, and you feel like maybe God brings you together, but God also brings you apart. And you just want to get an official say on the matter, then this video is for you. This is People's Court Tarot, Divorce Court Edition, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. So both parties have had their cards pulled. Both cases are in front of me. And the first we're going to hear from the Divine Masculine. Okay. First things first, Divine Masculine came out all wands. So his complaint is all about actions. Altogether there are 14 wands. So some sort of freedom of action. Maybe his complaint is that he wants freedom. Or maybe his complaint is the Divine Feminine wants his freedom. Or yeah, okay. Yeah, his complaint is that every time he goes into a new relationship or a situation, maybe with the Divine Feminine, it always goes straight into an ending. So I feel like he feels like his individuality ends when they come together. So maybe he feels like it, yeah, I think he's saying it does take something from his freedom. Like this relationship opens him up, and then it's like he has nowhere to go. It breaks him open in some sort of way. It's like he becomes a ghost. Oh, I get it. Okay, yeah. So the Divine Masculine is saying that, okay, outside of a relationship, when he's a solo person, he's fine. He's a whole person. Then he enters into a relationship and somehow it kills him to come together. So then the person that he's with is not with a solid person. They're with a ghost because for some reason this, or maybe Divine Masculine has been ghosted. There's some sort of ghost energy here. There's also something here about a fight, or someone who always wants to fight, or it's like he can't offer something to these people because these people are fighting. So he has something to offer. He would like to maybe get into the fight or get into the fray. But if you look at the difference in these two pictures, it's like there's just this chaos right here, and then there's just this nice, clean world right here. And so this person just doesn't know how to put their world into this other world. I feel like they're kind of hesitating because it looks chaotic. But then it's weird. It's like someone's either gonna fight him or ignore him. And when they fight him, he doesn't even know how to address it, respond. He's trying to offer something. He doesn't understand what the fight is for. What are we even fighting for? He has a world in his hand, but I'm trying to offer you the world. Y'all, you people over there fighting over nothing. I'm trying to offer you a world over here. But then he gets ignored. And the fact that he offers the world is what gives this person the strength to ignore him. So that's kind of fucked up. So this is like the energy of, so the divine masculine's complaint is that someone gets energy or strength from ignoring his offer. It's like they get power from ignoring him. So if he stops offering, then there's nothing to ignore. So that's how he takes his power back, is through not offering anymore. Okay? Because when he offers, he is met with conflict. The conflict resolves itself because it accepts his offer and then it ignores him. So that's frustrating. So since he gets ignored when he offers, then now he's gonna go. And it hurts him to go. It makes him feel broken open. But I think he wants to go to a place where he won't be ignored, where people will appreciate his offer and match it. And I think that he feels that that's what the universe wants. I think he feels that the universe does not want him to be, for his energy to be used in this way, to be taken, to then be used against him. So he's like optimistically jumping into an ending of this situation, like happily so. He's happily leaving the situation, optimistically, feeling like anything is better than this. Anything is better than being ignored. And so then everything opens up, because instead of it being I just want this, now it's I want anything but this. And so that makes the options endless. It's like you can have anything except that one thing. So you can have pretty much everything. So he now feels like, it's time to explore the world. It's time to explore every other option except this shit. Because this is using him against himself. And he does not wish to be used in this way. Okay. That is the divine masculines complaint. Now we are over here with the divine feminines complaint, possibly slash defense. Okay. Okay, first of all, the divine feminine is acknowledging that she is ignoring. Possibly because there is something that she really doesn't want to say. Which is that maybe this isn't the path for her. But she has sympathy or empathy for how you would feel about that. There's also guilt here. She feels guilty about something, which is why she's ignoring. Because she feels like if she addressed you, then she would say things that she doesn't want to say. Not like she doesn't want to communicate them, but that they will come off hella mean. So she's like really up in her head about how to say what she wants to say. So she just might need some time to cool off first to say it. But I think the message is that she just really wants to be alone. But even alone, even in her alone energy, she's still thinking about coming together. Or you coming together with, you as in divine masculine, since divine masculine went first. Coming to that whole piece about, coming together with anybody but the divine feminine, because the divine feminine is ignoring them. Even in the alone space, the divine feminine is saying she's still thinking about the divine masculine. But maybe that she knows, like, what she's thinking about is this really going to take a lot of time, patience, wisdom, understanding, nurturing. There's so much nurturing here. This person just thinks it's better to be alone, I think, to nurture themselves, to regenerate themselves. And they don't know how to say that without hurting you. And then also, they still would think about you constantly. And it's like, I think they want to tell you that no matter how much they close themselves off, they'll always open up again. How much they open themselves up, they'll always close themselves off again. And they may want to figure out why that is, why they're in their own mental prison, or why she's in her own mental prison. And I just want to say, for me personally, I resonate more with divine masculine readings, and my partner resonates more with divine feminine readings. So you just might, it's energy, right? It's just like yin and yang, like the black dot, in the white space, or the white dot in the black space. I think we're the dots, not the spaces. So even though I am in a female body and I look very feminine, or I can also look very masculine. But, it's like the black dot in the white space, or the white dot in the black space, right? Because I have a womb, so that would make me a black space. But then the white dot is the sun. So that's the divine masculine in me, right? Which attracts my divine feminine in the world. Which would be a reflection of me, which would be the person with the in the white space, but that has the black dot that looks like my dot. That would be a divine feminine inside of a masculine form. So do not be put off by the fact that I'm saying she or he, because it can flip. Like, you may resonate more with the divine masculine side if you're a woman, or you may resonate more with the divine feminine side if you're a man. It's just energy, okay? And I'm saying that because, well, I'm just saying it to say it. Okay, so I'm just gonna recap really quickly. So I also want to say that there's just this general energy over the energy of this relationship, that there's always going to be a new opportunity for these people to come together, and there's always going to be a new opportunity for these people to hurt each other. This divine feminine really wants to be alone to nurture themselves. Okay, so they will always ignore this divine masculine. They will always not know how to say, though, at the same time, that they want to be alone. It's like they're never going to want to come together, and they're never going to say that, because they will always think about this person. It's almost like they would rather be alone to think about this person than to be with this person. And that is very difficult to say. So they don't say it. Like, could you please go away so I can think about you? What? Right? But then thinking about this person probably, it draws them near, you know? And so the same way, the divine masculine feels like, well, you ignore me, so anything else is better than here, and they feel like a ghost or they feel ghosted and they feel drawn away into other relationships. It's like, but then this person doesn't stop thinking about them. And so then they come back and then this person ignores them again. So, yeah. So that's what's going on in this situation. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. So if you want to know what the universe is saying about the situation, does Daddy, Judge, God, Mommy, Universe, Goddess really want y'all to be together? Or is there a lesson here that you need to learn so you can move on? What's the verdict? You want to know the verdict? You got to look it up on Vimeo, okay? But if not, if you were just here to hear this story, to hear the case, then please just like or subscribe to my channel so that, it's an even exchange. Thank you. Peace.